Hello, my name is Krashivaya. Welcome to these forbidden fruits. My Russian accent is absolutely terrible. But I just get off the phone with my friend. I don't know, he's not really my friend, but I get off the phone with him. He is dick. He is big dick. He doesn't have big dick. He is big dick. And I already said that within the first 30 seconds, right? Wonderful. Now he wants to call in. I don't want to talk to this fucker. Anyway, he thinks that anyway, I feel very sorry. I feel very sorry for people who in this state of the world right now, and there's a lot of them out there that are drinking and smoking, have an addiction. They have addiction that can't go away. And they don't try to they try, but they don't want any advice for to quit. They want to keep smoking and keep drinking, and not cigarettes. I'm not talking about cigarettes. I'm talking about the butt smoke. They want to keep smoking the butt. They want to keep drinking the alcohol. They want to ruin their lives. And when you talk to them and you bring up real situations in life, like they are going through some hard times, and you've gone through similar hard times, so you want to talk to them, you try, and they don't want to talk about it at all. They change the subject. Like, seriously, when he drinks, he has like 25 different personalities. He is like this right now. I was asking him about his daughter, and then he starts with a Russian accent, and he says, "Don't put my daughter's name in your mouth." Okay, well, I won't talk to you at all. I have nothing to say. Nothing. Because I've been trying to talk to you. I've been asking you about how you're doing. You don't want to talk. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. I won't do it. I won't fucking deal with it. I don't have time to deal with it. I don't. I have interest in your well-being, but you have no interest in your well-being. So you can continue to drink until your liver fails, and then I don't know what to do. And I'm not keeping up this accent very well, but I'm not channeling right now. I'm not, and I don't even know if I've ever been channeling. I think maybe it's just been a figment of my imagination. Don't, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. The fact of the matter is, he is my friend. I love him very much. I care for him very much. He does not care for himself. He gives no fucks. And when I bring up serious situations, because he's been drinking, he won't. He'll talk about, the cookies on the China ship on the outbound plane to Georgia. He'll make up an issue to talk about, to completely change the subject. And then when I want to talk about my real life issues, he doesn't know how to handle my real life issues. And he will bring it back to, "You're not going to hurt me, are you?" Like, he's not talking like emotionally hurt him. Because Lord knows I can't do that. Because he's drinking. He's talking about physically. There's something about him that makes him believe that I'm going to try to murder him. Literally murder him. I can't even hurt these ants in my house. I have an issue with hurting the ants in my house. This house, not my house. This is not my house. This house that I'm staying in, I have a problem hurting or killing insects in this house. Even though it's wintertime and they belong outside, I feel worse about putting them outside than I do about actually just squishing them. But he thinks that I could become some sort of psychopathic, sociopathic, insane person and, I don't know, take a gun or a knife or a needle to him and cut short his young life. It's ridiculous. It has become absolutely off the wall nutso. Now he's trying to call me back to back to back to. And this is it's the last time that I talked to him beyond last night. And we hung out and it was cool. Like it was the same shit, but it was face to face and so I could just laugh about it. We could be funny and it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh because I'm relaxed. In cleaning mode. I'm cleaning and I'm listening to him talk and it's just funny. But then something happens with between me and my mom and I get stressed out about the things that my mom is going through. And I have to get some sleep. I haven't slept for 2 days. It's time for me to get a nap. And so he goes home and my mom steps by and all this crap and then ugh. He calls me after he gets some sleep and he's like, trying to have this conversation. It's like, hey, yeah, it was really nice hanging out with you. Like basically like let's hang out again. And I said, I just don't want to hang out with you when you're drinking. I just don't. Because I noticed the same pattern from the what started 6 years ago. This is the issue. And I've noticed it with every addict. I've noticed it with myself. That's why I'm still going through shit that happened, say, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. That's why addicts will repeat, especially alcoholics. They will repeat the same thing that they said 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. Their life is on an eternal fucking hell loop. Because they can't have an awakening. They can't awaken or they can't change anything in their minds. They can't remember anything beyond the veil. They can't see anything beyond the veil. And the people that they're associating with is not their higher self. Now, have a beer every once in a while to loosen up. Need a place where I can get loose, bitch. Loose. That's fine. And talk to your higher self or whatever. But when there's no moderation to it, it becomes a fucking hell loop. It's like the same thing is happening year to year, hour to hour, minute to minute, and you're living in the same moment. You're living in the exact same moment. And if you refuse to get rid of it and actually look at life, I'm not saying like meditate and marinate in the moments of life that have absolutely sucked for you. That is not what I'm saying. But you have to be able to talk about it. If you can't talk about it, like I'm asking about his daughter, and he cannot tell me what happened to her. He wants to start talking about a make-believe story that he still has not convinced me of, that happened to him like 4 years before I met him. Now he's exaggerated on that story and he's added more to it as far as him being some sort of a victim. I'm like, no, it's not. No. I don't care to talk about some shit that happened, some imaginary shit that was imaginary when I met you, and you're now expanding on that imaginary bullshit. Do you ever wonder why your life sucks? Do you ever wonder why you are the fucking victim? Just because you're a white man in America does not mean that you are going to override the fucking manifestations that you continue to talk about day to day to day. Your stories are becoming your reality. And he says, I had a bad day at work. I come home, I have a beer, then it's not so bad. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. You're hiding all of your feelings, though. And not only that, but you have your soul retrieval. Your soul is fractaled out all over the goddamn place, And then when you try to call it back, you're making up fucking personalities. And you're not calling it back. And whether or not you're fucking, I can't, I don't know. He might be a fucking schizophrenic or he might be a very good actor. I don't know. I don't know. But one of them has a fucking name. One of them has a fucking separate body. A lot of them have fucking accents that he can't even, pronounce correctly or like use correctly, like me. And that's, I mean, it is what it is. I use my imagination. Fuck it. Whatever. It just, I pity the fool. I pity the fool. And it makes me so sad. Because I worry that this is going to happen to my kids. If you have to drink before you talk to somebody, and the reason why is because you only talk to them online and you're afraid that what you're going to say is something that is uncouth or negates what you've told them online, or you're shy. I've been there. I've so fucking been there. It is scary meeting people for the first time. And I just found a really cool video about this. It's called Authenticity versus Love, and it's by the melancholic something or other. I can't remember his name. But Lord Almighty, does he really put it out there? All that addictions are is separation anxiety from the hand to mouth and childhood trauma that was never dealt with appropriately, that we were never able to learn how to handle. And of course, why would we want to talk to complete strangers about this? We don't know how to grieve. We don't know how to show anger. And we are afraid. Underneath all of that anger and fear is grief, because we are not the same. Our uniqueness, our authenticity cuts like a fucking knife. And we don't know whose fault it is. Is it our parents' fault for being different than us and not liking the same things that we like? Or is it our faults because since we don't like the same things that they like, because we don't act the same way that they do, does that make us a bad person? And the melancholic something or other, whatever, said it beautifully. I don't want to be somebody that people are afraid to talk to. And I never used to be that for my son. My daughter would tell me everything. I betrayed her trust. I wasn't even thinking about it because I am such an open book. But I betrayed her trust. And I wasn't trying to humiliate her. I wasn't. I was just talking about what's been going on in my world with my friends or my friend. And I didn't realize that her personal information was none of their fucking business. And I shouldn't have said it, and I regret it. I fucking regret it so much. And then I hear my brother talk about my son because he raises my son and the fucking things that he says. And I can't fucking help my kid. And it fucking hurts. I lost my kids. And I don't get to see them. And I am still grieving that. And you know what I'm doing? I'm grieving that. I die daily. And you know what? I do it fucking sober. Yeah, I've got my cigarettes, and yeah, I mean, I do have my vices, but I've been trying to do it all in moderation. I don't smoke anywhere near as much as I used to. The issue is that I get stagnant. I don't want to marinate on the past. I just don't know how to help my kids with their future. That's the biggest issue I have. Because I've started 5 or 6 YouTube channels and they'll start doing good. And then somebody will get into my freaking Gmail. And then there they go. I have no option but to start a new Gmail account and to have to open up a new YouTube. And that's it. That's all she wrote. And it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if it was like Google being like, oh no, she's getting too popular. She's saying all the right shit. This woman knows exactly what she's talking about, and we have to stop her from trying to save the world because we want a world that is, controlled by us at Google. We want to be this, but that's not the case. I mean, unless it is. It's more or less someone in my family that wants me to go fucking nuts so that I can remain the scapegoat, so that I can remain the problem, so that I can remain the issue, so that they don't have to stop with the addiction to actually look at their real life, handle their anger, fear, and grief, and put the bottle away, because now their issues, their problems have added up to be such a fucking mountain, and everything they've swept underneath that rug and drank away and numbed, and all the people they've hurt in the process, and how badly and financially destructive it's been. They need to, and you know what? We can blame it on Krista, because everybody blames it on Krista, and we all know to blame it on Krista. So whether or not it's Krista's fault or not, we've all had this contract and this agreement that, hey, whether or not it's Krista's fault, we blame it on her. Everybody blames it on her. It's her fault. But they all know it's not my fucking fault. But the best part is they can continually blame it on me, and the consensus is, oh yeah, that's right. So this person in my family can just fuck around with my accounts on their phone day in, day out while they're drinking, which is what was happening, and destroy the thing that I could very well have probably made a living off of. My readings, all of this, since 2017. You know what? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 9 years ago, 8 years ago. By now, 8 years later, this could have probably been a financial, could have brought in some financial stability.